right, cool. So Josh and I just accomplished a flip, and I wanted you guys to hear the kind of the backstory, just because a lot of times you guys don't hear stories of like, hey, where did the property come from? What did you pay? How much rehab? Those type of things. They're just all so important. So this property is actually just found on our free list. I mean, that you guys are getting on the emails, right? And you're getting them, and this is a property that was there for how many days was it there before we bought it?
3 or 4 at least.
3 or 4 days. And so it's one of those ones that didn't sell immediately. Like there was 2 properties today that sold within seconds because they're that great of buys. And so I'm surprised with this one not being that great of a buy that it didn't sell within seconds, but no one really probably knew that it was that great of a buy because
it was unique.
It was unique. Yeah. It wasn't like a cookie cutter, tile roof, stucco house in a structured neighborhood, right? I mean, this property was kind of rural, right?
2.5 acre horse property on a main road.
Right, so it's hard to comp that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Personally, I wouldn't be brave enough just to take it down myself. I do a lot of partners in my flips, and Josh was my partner in this instance. He's the one that like really dove in deeper and said, ooh, I think we can make this happen. So he came to me and said, hey, here's the price. And I'm like, oh, I really don't like doing properties that much. And then he came to me and said, this is the rehab. So, I mean, the price was around, how much was the price around?
Purchase for $520,000.
520, and then the rehab was 225,000.
230, I think.
230, which is crazy because you're almost spending another 50% on the rehab of what you bought it for, which is just, to me, it's like craziness, right? But when I have a partner that has done his research and has like confidence, it like gives me more of a booster, like, hey, yeah, we can do this, right? Which is kind of cool, and it worked. So, you know, what other things can you tell us about it that was exciting, Josh?
Yeah, we sent contractors out day 1. I get a phone call the second they get there, and they say, hey, we can't go inside, there's rats everywhere. Like my contractors won't step inside.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we had to get exterminators out there. After a couple of days, it got cleared out. There was also a post-possession, a month-long post-possession, and when I went and walked the property before, there was probably 30 dogs inside. Anyway, so we had to do every square inch of the house. Everything was brand new.
Yeah, 225,000.
Every big ticket item. It was only 2,100 square feet, so spend that much money. Let's see, we purchased in June, started rehab in July because of the post-possession. Listed in September.
Which is great.
Pretty quick for spending that much, yeah. Listed in September, through the holidays. This was a unique property, 2.5 acres in Queen Creek, on a main-ish road, definitely some traffic, and ended up getting under contract in December. It was contingent on the sale of the buyer's house.
Right.
We had another offer come in that was just under what that offer was, but not contingent. So they closed in 3 weeks.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So sometimes, like, you know, the moral of the story is we get in this flipping mode. If you're an active flipper, you kind of like stick to your zip code, stick to your city, stick to the things that make you comfortable. But sometimes stepping outside of the box of being comfortable, like myself, I would have never done it if Josh didn't bring it to my attention and like really dig in. So the moral of the story is like, it's okay to jump outside of your zip code, outside of your city, outside of your comfort zone, and try to find that valuable property, that piece of gold somewhere that you don't currently know about, or you're in a spot that you're currently not looking for. So that's the moral of the story here. I mean, anything else to add to that, Josh?
No one wanted to buy it, but we saw the value. I knew this area very well. Queen Creek, I used to live right by this house. The land alone to me was what really.
Right.
And there was horse stalls on it, and I just knew it was desirable. It was a fun project.
That's cool. And did we talk about profit yet? I mean, how much?
Yeah, so purchase 520. We put all in roughly like 230 into it, sold 885. We listed at 950. I had a ton of activity. We would have sold it opening weekend if it wasn't for the main road. A ton of activity, and it eventually dropped to 900 and sold 885.
So I think the profit is like around 120,000 or so?
125.
125. That's an awesome flip. So you guys go out there, don't get too comfortable in your zip code, in your city, into your cookie cutter protocol of like what you feel good about. Like maybe take a risk getting out of the comfort zone a little bit, because unfortunately the more risk we take, and fortunately, the more reward we get. So that was a big risk for us, and the reward was great. So good job to Josh. That's an awesome flip. You guys keep going out there, keep flipping properties and find a good one. Make it happen. Thank you so much.